Okay.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Good.
No, landslide victory. Ooh, Joe Biden.
Makes me nervous when I would Hillary too.
Something.
What?
Today is the 12th. I usually get my money from the
What?
Social Security on the 9th or the 10th.
Okay, I got you all muted. Can you guys hear me? Thumbs up if you can. Perfect. Okay, so who are we waiting for? We are missing Jack. Okay. Let's see, can you guys see me from over here? I think we're good. All right. All right, guys, so we're gonna need today, good morning, everyone. We're gonna need bands if you have them. It'll just help your exercises be a little bit more challenging. Not a must, but if you have them, take them out. Also, if you would like to take out any weights, there are some things that we can do that you can add weights to, so I'll let you know about those. But if you have that, you know, let's go ahead and set them next to our mats. All right, and so I want us to start today. We're gonna start sitting on our mats, and we'll sit down just cross-legged. And I'm just, for the purpose of you guys seeing what I want you to do, I'm gonna turn sideways, but you guys can stay facing forward. So we're just gonna sit up nice and tall, and I want you to pull the flesh from the cheeks so that your sits bones are down. And we're just gonna roll our shoulders back a couple of times. Really bring them up to your ears and kind of let them slide down your back, right? So find that nice big stretch. Squeeze the neck, squeeze the shoulders, and then release. And then we'll go ahead and reverse that. So squeeze it forward, roll the shoulders forward, but thinking about trying to get them as high up as possible to really kind of relax those neck muscles. Let's do one more, and then we'll roll them down your back and keep them down. Okay, from here, just place your hands right in front of your knees. And we're gonna do a little modified cat-cow. So what I want you to do is round the spine, pull onto your knees, look at your belly button, draw the abs in, and then exhale, press into your knees, open up the chest, try to get that neck to kind of shine towards the ceiling, arch the back as much as possible, and then you're gonna exhale, round. And arch. So flow at your own pace, but thinking about making these movements as big as possible, right? Arch the back, see if you can get a little higher, pull into the knees to get your chest to lift up even more. And round. We'll do 2 more of these. Arch, look up. And if you're moving a little faster, that's fine. And round, but really exaggerate the movement. And last one, round. And come back up to sitting nice and tall. Hopefully you feel a little looser here. Go ahead and extend both legs out. Again, right, make sure that the cheeks are out so that your sits bones are grounded. We're gonna flex the feet. So the toes are gonna point up towards the ceiling. We're gonna bring our hands up towards the ceiling. We're gonna spine that nice tall spine. So draw that rib cage up. Take a big deep inhale, and you're gonna exhale, hinge forward, trying to reach as far forward as you can. Now try to maintain a straight spine. So instead of curving and rounding down, think about just reaching your chest down towards your knees. And then we'll come back up, sit up tall. Find length through the spine, take a big deep inhale, and exhale, reach forward. Keep those toes pointing towards you, flexing, so that you get a deeper stretch in the calf muscle, and then stack up. We'll do one last one here, and exhale, reach forward. Now on this one, feel free to let the hands come down to wherever they can be, on the mat or on your feet. And you're just gonna let the spine round now. So let that chin tuck down towards your chest. Let the neck be heavy. Let the shoulders drop away from the ears. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Really thinking about using that exhalation to kind of get a little bit deeper into the stretch. So we're gonna do one more big deep breath. Inhale and exhale. See if you can let your body relax to sink even deeper into that stretch. And stack up tall. Perfect. All right, so from here, go ahead and bend the right knee. Place it right on the inside of that left leg. Okay, all right, so what happens here, usually we kind of shift to the side. So I want you to focus on keeping your hips pointing towards that left foot. And again, we're just gonna kind of walk forward, but the goal is to get the chest down towards the knee versus the neck down. So think about keeping your chin lifted, you're looking over your toes, and you're just gonna reach as far forward as you can. And we're gonna hold this stretch. So we'll just, again, take a couple of deep breaths, seeing if we can exhale and get a little bit deeper. Maybe you can walk your fingertips a little bit forward. And last big deep breath here. And we stack up nice and tall. All right, let's do the other leg. Left leg comes to the inside of that right leg. Again, adjust your hips, make sure they're pointing forward. Take a big deep inhale and use the breath, that exhalation, to get a little bit deeper into the stretch. You're trying to keep your chin lifted so that you're looking over your toes. And you're trying to minimize the rounding of the spine. Think about using your breath to get a little bit lower. And when you keep that spine nice and long, the stretch comes from the low back versus the neck. All right, so which is where everybody's usually tight, right around there, their low back. All right, and come up nice and tall, stack up tall. Perfect. Okay, so from here, let's go ahead and lie down. We'll take a couple of little spinal twists, and then we'll start to move. You can bring your hands down by your side. Let's bring the knees up into tabletop. So all you're gonna do is just go ahead and begin to create some circles with your knees. So think about like massaging your low back. And you can make these circles big or small, whatever you need. It's okay to let the tailbone come up. Again, you're thinking about just massaging that low back. So if you feel a little tight in that one area, just go ahead and stay there a little bit. And then go ahead and reverse those circles whenever you're ready. Perfect. Looking good. And then from here, we're gonna meet back in the center. And this time we're gonna let the legs drop down towards the right. We can open the arms out to the side. And we're just gonna let them drop all the way. Now, can you maintain your shoulders down on the mat? It may take a little adjusting, but see if you can get those shoulders down. And try to activate through the fingers. So reach the fingertips out away from you so you get a little opening in the chest. One more deep breath here. And then we'll bring it back into center and drop it over to the other side. Perfect. Again, use some energy to send out through your fingertips so you're reaching, you're opening through the chest. And back into center. Perfect. Okay, so give yourself a little hug. You can rock from side to side if you like. And we're gonna stay down to start. So we're gonna do a little isometric hold here. You're gonna take your fingers, your hands, and place them right in front of your thighs, okay? So from here, what I want you to do is you're gonna imagine that you're bringing your knees into you as far as much as possible, but simultaneously pushing your knees away. So we're gonna take a big, deep inhale. We're gonna exhale, curl head, neck, and shoulders up. Press into your knees and contract the abs. Bring those knees into you. Press away from onto your knees. Press them away while you're pulling your knees in towards you. So there should be a nice contraction. You should be out of breath like I am. And hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Let the head go down. So there should have been work there. If you didn't feel the work, maybe you weren't pulling your knees in towards you as much, okay? So let's do that a couple more times. We're gonna do maybe 2 more of these. So place your hands back onto your thigh. Take a big deep inhale. On your exhalation, curl head, neck, and shoulders up. Draw your abs in, pull those knees in towards you. Push away as you pull the knees in towards your face. Can you push a little harder? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Give yourself a little hug. We have 1 more of those. All right. So this is just like a little warm up for our abs. Place your hands back in front of your thighs. Take a big deep inhale. Exhale, curl head, neck, and shoulders up. Bring those elbows out wide. Press away from your knee, trying to get that knee to move further and further away from you as you contract the abs. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Let the head relax. Hopefully you started to create some heat in the body. So we're gonna do the opposite of what we just did. So instead of pushing the knee away, we're gonna try to pull the knee in towards us. But we're gonna resist that pull by pressing the feet out away from us. So hands come behind the thigh now. We're gonna take a big, deep inhale. So hands are behind the thigh. We're gonna exhale, curl up. Now imagine that you're gonna pull your knees in towards you. You should be able to lift yourself a little higher as you curl up, draw the abs in. The legs are pressing away from you. The hands are trying to pull the knees in towards you. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Take a big, deep inhale. Exhale, we have 2 more of those, okay? So hands come behind the thigh. Inhale, exhale, curl up. Pull those knees in towards you. Round that spine. Think about that seeker. Curl up a little higher. Use a little bit more force. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Woo! All right, hopefully you're getting warm because I sure as heck am. All right, last one, hands behind the thigh. Inhale, exhale, curl up. Press those legs away from you. As you pull them in, curl up, get a little higher. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, give yourself a little hug. Bring those knees in towards your chest. Beautiful. All right. So arms are going to come down by the side now. We're going to go ahead and place both feet down. And we're going to take the right leg and extend it up towards the ceiling. All right. So from here, all I want you to do is create little tiny circles with that right leg. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, you can take that left leg and extend it out. If you're not there today, just place that foot down. Okay, so I'm gonna take it up. For me, I'm gonna extend that left leg out and I'm gonna curl my head, neck, and shoulders up. And you're gonna do little tiny circles. Little tiny circles. And try to give me about 10 circles here. The goal is to keep the hips from moving. So think about trying to keep those hips as steady as possible. You're gonna do 10 circles. And then you're gonna reverse. You're gonna do 10 in the opposite direction. And you can flow at your own pace. Imagine that you have like a little pencil on the tip of your toes and you're drawing that tiny little circle. When you're done with your 10, go ahead and lower the head, place both feet down, and relax. We're gonna do the same thing to the other side. So the left leg extends up. Okay. If you want, extend the right leg out, not mandatory. Curl head, neck, and shoulders up to get a little bit more action through the abs. You're gonna do your 10 little circles here. So the goal is to keep the torso as steady as possible. When you're done with your 10 in one direction, go ahead and reverse. When you're finished, 2 and 1, place both feet down, take your time, finish your circles, and relax. Perfect. All right, so we'll bring the hands back down by the side. This time we're gonna take both legs up towards the ceiling. Again, if you wanna make it a little bit more challenging, bring the hands behind the head, curl head, neck, and shoulders up. This time you're gonna create circles with both legs. And I would say keep the circles fairly small. They don't need to be big. You're gonna do 10 circles here in each direction. The goal is to try to keep the spine in neutral, the abs pulled in. When you're done with your 10, you're gonna reverse your circles. Looking good. Nice, Sandy. Try to keep those legs as straight as possible. Point those toes. Get those quads engaged. When you're done with your 10, lower the head, neck and shoulders, bring the knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Awesome. All right, so we'll extend the left leg out now. Right leg is gonna go up towards the ceiling. So we're gonna do a little climb a tree. So a little modified version of this, okay? So hands are gonna go behind your leg, your right leg. And you're just gonna inhale and exhale, curl up. And if you can curl up all the way to seated, go ahead and do so. If not, you can stay down here, curl up as high as you can, and then lower back down, okay? So that's an option too. All right, so we're gonna do 10 here. Take a big deep inhale, exhale, curl up, climb up as high as you can, and then lower back down. And we're gonna lift up, climb up as high as you can, and then lower back down. We climb up, we roll down. So climb up and down. Up and down. And up and down. And do your 10. Maybe you got only 8 today, and that's okay. Do 8. This is my last one. And lower all the way down. All right, we're gonna take the left leg up now. Same thing, okay? Point the toes, grab behind the back of the leg. Take a big deep inhale, exhale, climb up. You can use a little tiny bit of that momentum to kind of get you to go up and to climb down. Perfect. You're going up as high as you can go, right? And last one for me, take your time, do as many as you can, 10 on each side if possible. When you're done, bring your knees to your chest, give yourself a little hug, and relax. Perfect. Okay, so like I said, we are gonna use those bands, so if you have them, this will be a great time to take them. So if you have these circular bands, we're gonna place the band first. We're gonna start with them right around our foot. So the band is over my foot. It's not over my ankle, okay? So, who's that, Mary? Yeah, okay, so from here, we're gonna lower down. You're gonna place the band over the arch of your foot. You're gonna curl head, neck, and shoulders up. Bend those knees. Okay, try to get those abs to tighten a little bit. You're gonna pull the right knee in towards you, extend the left leg out, and then alternate. Right leg out, left leg in. Now we're gonna stay here. Can you just get that height of the shoulders, those elbows nice and wide? You're still looking down the center, so we're not rotating just yet. Pull the right knee in, press the right leg out, and you alternate here. All right, and you can go slow on these, don't rush, right? Think about trying to get that knee in as close as you can to the face. That's where the work comes in. All right, let's add that rotation. So on the next one, you're gonna bring the right knee in, left elbow to that right knee. And then we're gonna switch. Switch. So you're alternating from side to side. Now, if you don't have a band, that's okay. You can still do these without the band. And switch. The band just makes it a little bit more challenging. Switch. Let's do 5. 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Lower all the way down. Take that band now and place it right over your ankle. So now you have this band on your ankle. Arms are going to be down by the side. You're gonna bring the legs up towards the ceiling, and I want you to flex the feet and open the legs out just a tiny little bit. Okay, so you have a little bit of tension on that band. Now, from here, we're gonna lower the legs down as much as you can without arching the back, and then lift the legs back up. Okay, so you're going to your point where it feels like you're working, but you're not letting that low back come up and you're not arching the back. And come up top. Perfect, so we're just flowing here, right? If you wanna make this more challenging, you can curl head, neck, and shoulders up. Obviously, that makes it harder to maintain the spine in neutral. So be careful, right? So if you're lowering down and your head is curled up, just make sure you have control over those abs. And you're only going down as much as you can without letting it arch. So if you have a smaller range of motion, that is okay. You're still working. The moment you go below your range of motion or past your range of motion, you no longer are working the abs. You are now just hurting your low back. So be very mindful of that. All right, we're gonna do 3 more. And remember to keep that tension in that band if you have that band. 2. Last one, we're gonna lower and then bring the legs right back up. You can lower the head here. Keep those feet flexed. You're gonna open and close the legs. Now, if you don't have a band, I want you to take it out a little wider and bring it back in. If you have the band, your range of motion is small. Okay, you're basically kind of just pulsing. You should feel this on your glutes. If you don't have the band, you're gonna feel a little bit more in your inner thighs. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Bring those knees in. Give yourself a little hug. Can rock from side to side here. Perfect. Beautiful. All right. So go ahead and remove that band from your feet. We're gonna go ahead and bring our knees into our chest. Feet can be hip width apart, and we're gonna begin to roll like a ball. So the goal is to roll all the way up without letting your feet touch the mat. So we'll start nice and slow. Place your hands right over your knees, and you're just gonna start to use that momentum. It should feel like a little bit of a massage for your low back. Roll up and down. And now, if you're doing this right, you should almost create like a little C curve as you're rolling down so that you massage each vertebrae as you roll back. We're gonna do 1 more, and then we're gonna hold it here. Feet don't touch the mat, hold. Come up to that seat. All right, extend the legs out. You can keep them bent if it's too much for you, or extend them out all the way. So find what works for you today. Today I am here because my hip flexors are hurting a little bit, and that's all right. Bring the shoulders down away from the ears. Okay, so I'm using some of my arm muscles to kind of hold my leg, but what I want to do is kind of limit that. So I'm going to start to release my hands, and I'm going to bring my hands overhead. And I'm just gonna balance here, and we're gonna hold for 5. 4, can you keep your chest lifted? Try not to round back. 3, 2, 1, and place the feet down. You can take a little forward fold. Release that low back. Perfect. All right, from here we're gonna transition onto our quadruped position. Knees on the mat, hands right underneath our shoulders, and the knees are about hip width apart. Okay, so we're gonna do a couple of little movements here to kind of, just to stretch the hips a little bit. So I want you to kind of think about creating circles with your hips. So you're just gonna kind of sway them around, get some movement here, and really find right? Like think about it. Nobody's like really watching you. So I'm looking down. I'm not even examining you. So make those circles as exaggerated as you can and find like where you feel a little tightness. And maybe it's like one side. For me, it's always my right side. So if you feel a little tightness there, you can kind of press into that right side a little bit more, or the left side, right? Maybe you have a little stiffness in your left side. Once you're done with circles in one direction, switch it up, go to the opposite direction. Again, finding a little bit of tightness and just pressing into it a little bit more. All right, and we'll meet back in to that centered position. Now draw the abs in, make sure you're staying in a nice, strong core position. I want you to press away from your hands or away from the mat so that you create a little rounding in the upper back, okay? Abs are pulled in. You're gonna go ahead and begin to extend the left leg behind you, okay? So you're still creating that little rounding in your upper back. Left leg is extended behind you. Now we're gonna take the left leg, we're gonna tap it across behind the right leg on the right side of the floor. And I want you to feel that left hip kind of drop down a little bit, and then you're gonna bring it back up to center. So what you should feel is your right oblique contract, and then you're gonna come back into center. You're gonna tap it over on the right and center. All right, let's do this. So it's 4, 5, get that toe as far away from you as possible. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna hold it here at center. Okay, we're gonna bend the left knee, flex the foot. We're gonna kick up towards the ceiling. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. No arching the back, draw the abs in. 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it up as high as possible. Little tiny pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Now, you're gonna bend that right knee in, that left knee in towards you. Tuck the chin down. Look at that left knee, round the spine, and then exhale, shoot it back up as high as possible. So we point the toes, round the spine, knee to nose. Exhale, press it up as high as possible. Knee to nose. And exhale, press it up. Perfect. This is 5. So booty should be hurting a little bit. All right. We have 8, 9, last one, 10, press it up, hold it here, and lower it down. Take a child's pose. So the booty that I felt most was my right, okay? So the knee that was down, that stabilizer, that glute is the one that should have been working a little bit harder. Okay, you should have felt it on your left leg also, but right leg should have been working just as hard. Okay, come back into that tabletop position. All right, here we go. We're gonna lift that right leg up. We're gonna draw the abs in. We're gonna push away from the mat. Tap that right leg behind and across the left and back into center. All the way as far as you can reach it and back into center. Cross and center. Perfect. And we have 5, 4, 3, keep those arms straight. Last one, come back into center, hold here. We're gonna bend that knee, flex the foot. Okay, little tiny pulses up and down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up as high as you can. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna bring that knee into our nose, knee to nose, and press it back up. Knee to nose, and up. Knee to nose, and up. Really try to round the spine. All right, we're at 8. And 9. Last one. 10, hold it up, hold it up. Draw the abs in, push away from the mat, and place that knee down. Take a child's pose. Beautiful. Okay, so from here, we're gonna go ahead and come onto our forearms, and then you're gonna press out into a plank position. Okay, so on your forearms, you can either grab your hands and hold them together or keep your hands in that number 11. When you're found your plank, we'll hold here. So from here, all we're gonna do is we're gonna begin to walk the feet in, hips go up, and you're gonna find your position where you kind of feel like you're stretching the back of the legs. You're gonna shoot the hips back. You're gonna press away from the mat so your shoulders are moving away from your ears. And then you're gonna walk your feet back out to that plank position. Okay? So we're back in plank now. So butt goes down, feet walk out. Let's do that one more time. Walk the feet in, get those hips up nice and high. See how low you can get those heels to go. Press away from the mat. Draw the abs in. It's an intense shoulder stretch. And then go ahead and come back down into that plank position. Perfect. From here, we're gonna hold it. If you need to take a break, take a break. If not, meet me here. We're gonna drop the right hips down, bring it back into center, drop the hips towards the left. So right and left. Right and left. Right and left. We got 8. And 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And last one to each side. Back into center. Place the knees down. Take a child's pose. Catch your breath if you need it. Child's pose. Regroup, regroup. We're going to do a couple more things in that plank position. So whenever you're ready, you can continue down on your forearms, or you can come up to your hands. Okay, I'm going to take this one on my hands. You're going to extend the legs out. Find that plank. This is our last set of planks, okay? You're going to bring the right knee to that right elbow. Press it back out. Left knee, left elbow. Okay, right and left. Perfect. Right, left. All right, let's do this for 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. The last one to each side, and drop down to those knees. Take that child's pose. Catch your breath. Perfect. All right, guys. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and meet me back up into that quadruped position. We're just stretching now. So you're gonna extend the right leg out to the side. So I'm on my left knee, And what I want you to do is see if you can ground down the foot, right? So instead of keeping the foot up, see if you can press that right edge down. You should feel the stretch in your inner thighs. We're gonna make it a little bit deeper though. So from here, instead of sinking your hips back, try to keep the hip in line with that knee. You're gonna begin to walk your hands out towards the right side. So now you should feel a deep stretch through the left side of the body, but you're also feeling the stretch through the inner thighs. Okay, it's kind of like a little bit of an awkward position, but it's a really nice stretch. And just take a couple of deep breaths here. Perfect. Now, you're gonna go ahead and release that foot, let the foot come up towards the ceiling. So right foot points up towards the ceiling. Now you'll get a deeper stretch in the inside of the right thigh. And again, continue to stay side bending to the right. But you should feel a little bit deeper on the inside of that right leg now. And then come back into center. So we'll do that to the other side. I'll face forward so you can see. So I'm on that quadruped position. Then you're gonna go ahead and take that left leg out. Try to get that edge of that left foot out to the side. Remember, don't hinge back, stay upright so that your hips are right on top of your knee. And then go ahead and start to walk the hands over towards the left. The more you press down with the outside of the left foot, the more you'll feel that inner thigh stretch. So if you need it there a little bit more, go ahead and press down a little bit harder there. All right, rotate the toes up towards the ceiling, and maybe you have a couple more inches and you can walk those hands over towards the left a little bit more. Perfect. And then we're going to come back into center. And beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and lie down on our bellies. Let's get that back work in. Okay, so from here, all we're going to do is just lift everything at the same time. So you can extend your arms out. You open your feet about hip width apart or mat width apart. And then just relax the head. I want you to continue to face down. Okay, so continue to look down. Take a big deep inhale. Exhale, I want you to lift everything off of the mat. Shoulders, head, arms, feet. Squeeze the abs. Can you lift up higher than you think possible? And lower everything down. All right, let's do that again. Take a big deep inhale. And exhale, lift everything up off of the mat. Lift, lift, lift. Try to get the minimal amount of points of contact with the mat as possible. And lower everything down. Let's do that 2 more times. Take a big deep inhale. Lift, 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 lift. And lower. Last one. Take a big deep inhale. Lift it up. We're going to hold this one a little bit longer. Squeeze the glutes. Point the toes. Reach the fingertips forward. Try to get higher than you did before. 3, 2, and last one. Go ahead and relax. Now we can windshield wiper the legs. If you need a child's pose to release the low back, go ahead and do that. Perfect. And let's take a little bit of a stretch for the back here. So what I want you to do is place your hands in this little pillow position, one on top of the other, and you can rest your head on here. You're going to bend your right knee, and then from here, we're going to take a big deep inhale. We're going to exhale, reach the right arm back, grab a hold of the ankle, the toes, maybe your pants, wherever you can reach, okay? Take another big deep inhale and exhale, lift that leg up, lift the chest up, press with your opposite hand, so your left hand, press into the mat, try to get a little higher, and very slowly, gradually look up. Take a big deep inhale here and exhale, lower down, release. Come back into center, relax the shoulders. All right, we're gonna bend the left leg, reach back, try to grab a hold of anything you can grab. If you have a band, you can use that. Take a big deep inhale. Exhale, lift up, press down into the mat so you get a little bit more height with the chest. Slowly, very slowly, so you don't injure yourself, look up, gaze up, nice and easy. Relax the shoulders and lower all the way down. Perfect. From here, we're gonna go ahead and take our hands right by our chest. We're gonna keep our feet down. We're gonna take a little cobra pose. Bring those elbows really close to the ribs. Press up, lift the chest up off of the mat. Shoulders down away from the ears. Now watch if you're rounding forward, right? You wanna keep those shoulders glued into your rib cage. Shoulders down, or elbows glued into your rib cage. Shoulders down away from the ears. And lower all the way down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale, lift up. And lower. All the way down. Perfect. How are we feeling? Beautiful. Lift all the way up. Press yourself into a child's pose. Shake it out. Let your shoulders relax. Let that low back relax. Beautiful. Okay. So we're going to take the right foot. So from that child's pose, bring that right foot forward. And then we're going to lift up. So let's work to open up the hips, okay? So from here, what I want you to do is think about keeping your left hip in line with your left knee, okay? And we're just going to bring the arms up, and we're going to open up the chest, arch back, but don't start to lean forward yet, okay? Just stay here, open up the chest, lift. Give yourself this mild opening first, right? So you should feel a little bit of a stretch in that left, those left hip flexors. And then bring the hands down. Now go ahead and let the right knee go forward and open up that left hip a little bit more. Perfect. And then we're gonna come back in. We're gonna stretch the right leg. So extend the right leg, flex the foot. So you're kind of like in the stand, like a half split here. Shoot the hip back. So what's gonna happen is that right hip is gonna wanna bump out to the side. Keep it pressing back so that you really feel the stretch here in the back of the right leg. Go ahead and place that knee down. We'll take the left leg up. Again, try to line your right hip with your right knee. You're gonna bring the hands up towards the ceiling, arch the back a little bit, but keeping that hip right in line with that right knee. Feel a mild opening through that right hip flexor. Then go ahead and place your hands down. Now let that left knee go forward. Right knee presses down into the mat. Perfect. And then we're gonna go ahead and do that counter. So left toes lift up off of the ground, flex the foot, shoot that left hip back, try to find the stretch through the back of that left hamstring. Perfect. And then from here, we're gonna go ahead and transition to a standing pose. So place that left foot down, place your hands down onto the mat, lift up and come into that standing forward fold. Yes, bring that right foot to meet the left. Let the head relax here. Sway from side to side. And then we'll slowly make our way up to standing. Take them now. So we'll start, we're gonna work the waistline. So bring your feet about hip width apart. If you have light weights like me, you can either put both weights in your hands hands, or you can just hold them one on each hand. So we're gonna start with the right side first. So I'm gonna bring my weights to my right side. Stand up tall. I want you to squeeze the glutes, draw the abs in. Shoulders down away from the ears. Feet are pointing towards the computer. All right, we're gonna go ahead and side bend to the right. Let that right hand go as far down as possible. Think about not leaning forward. So you're side bending, and then you're gonna come back up. So we're gonna side bend to the right and back up. Now don't go fast, right? We always wanna kind of like do this really fast. What I want you to focus on is length. Can you get that right hand to go as far down as possible and then come back up? Go down as far as possible. Maybe it can even pass your right knee. Watch the hips. Make sure you're not shooting the hip out to the side, right? You want to keep the hips centered. Only thing that is moving is upper body. So from your belly button up, that's what's moving. Now what helps is to squeeze the glutes. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, keep your shoulders in one straight line, 5, 4, last 3, 2, on the next one we hold it down. Now stay as low as possible. Don't let that hip sway out. Little tiny pulses, up and down, up and down. You got 10, 9, 8. Try to go as low as possible. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back up. All right, switch those weights to the other side. Again, squeeze those glutes. We go down and up. Don't let that right hip sway out to the side, right? Check yourself. Make sure you're staying with that good form. You're going as low as you possibly can on that left side. All right, let's do this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, last 3, 2, last one we hold here, little tiny pulses, get down low, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and all the way back up. Beautiful, shake it out. You're gonna go ahead and keep your feet just a little bit wider than your hips. It doesn't need to be a super wide stance. We're gonna bring the elbows up, so elbows are about shoulder height, okay? So from here, we're gonna hold it here. We're gonna open out to the side and then bring it back into center. So opening out and back into center. Now check your body. Are you doing this? You know, you shouldn't be arching the back. You should keep your torso nice and straight, okay? The only thing moving is those rotator cuffs, right? So just your shoulder muscle. Perfect. All right. We're gonna do 10 here. Your shoulders are gonna start to burn. We got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I did yoga yesterday, so my shoulders are burning. 2. The last one, let's hold it here. All right, little tiny presses up. Hold it out to the side. Elbows are bent. Little goalpost arms. You got 10, pulsing up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're not done yet. 2. Last one, hold it here. Okay, we extend the right and bend it back down. Extend the right and back down. Left arm is just holding here. All right, let's do for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, woohoo, 3, 2, last one, hold. All right, left arm, we got 10 on that left side. It's gonna be even harder. Come on, we can do this. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, keep that right arm up. 4, 3, 2, last one. Go ahead and release those arms. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Roll those shoulders. Perfect. Okay, so the last thing I want to do is I want to do a little bit of tricep work. So you can stay facing forward. I'm just going to rotate to the side so you can see me. You're going to go ahead and hinge at the waist, okay? So no rounding, hinging. So bend the knees a little bit and hinge forward, okay? Draw the belly button in, bring those elbows back, and I want you to bring them back as far as you can. So almost like you're squeezing your shoulder blades together, okay? Perfect. From here, we're gonna take it one arm at a time. So we're gonna go ahead and right arm back and then forward. Then left arm back and back to center. Right and back. So the goal is to target the triceps, right? So if you keep your shoulders kind of down, you're not really working those triceps. So really squeeze the shoulder blades together and bring those elbows as high as you can. Okay, and we're alternating. Beautiful. The higher your elbows are, the better, right? The more you're gonna isolate that tricep. All right, let's do 8. And 6 to each side, 6, 5, and 5, 4, 4. Now watch your neck. A lot of times we start to shrug and round the neck. 3 to each side, 2, last one to each side. And now we're gonna take it with both, okay? So both elbows back and in. Last little burn here, 10, 9, you got this, we can do this. 7, 6, 5, 4, and I lied, I said this was the last burn. We got one more. 3, 2, last one, hold it back, little tiny pulses. Last little set, this I promise, this is your last one for 10, 9, 8, pulse up, 7, get those elbows nice and high, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and woo, shake it out, shake it, shake it, shake it. We are done. Let's stretch out those arms. So place the weights down. You're gonna go ahead and take that right or that left hand across the body, stretch that shoulder out. Try not to pull it on the elbow, pull either above or below. Perfect. Go ahead and take the same hand, place it behind your back so it's down on your back, and then you're just gonna go ahead and pull into that left elbow to really stretch out that tricep. Now what happens here a lot of times is we start to round the neck down, right? I want you to see if you can open up the chest and gaze up so that you're also opening up the front side of the body, the chest, the heart. Perfect. And then go ahead and release. Take that right hand across your body. Let's stretch that one out. Right down in the middle of your back. Take that left hand, grab that elbow, open up. Remember, look up. Let your gaze look up. You can arch your back here. That's okay. And release. Okay, last little set. We're gonna clasp the hands together. We're gonna go ahead and just slide them down our back, all the way down, as far back as you can. Open up the chest, gaze up, poof out the belly, let the back arch, shoulders down away from the ears, stick the hips forward. Open, open, open. Let your gaze fall back as far back as possible, and then release. We'll take one forward fold together. Bring the arms out, take a big deep inhale. Exhale, let the head go down. Bend forward, hinge forward. Sway from side to side. You can grab opposite elbows. Perfect. Release the hands, bend the knees, and very slowly roll all the way up to standing. Thank you guys. Happy Tuesday. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you guys here again next week. Stay safe. Bye guys.